Today I'm going to talk about the power of social circles and how to leverage your social networks and create social opportunities to meet women in a very low pressure way. Because I keep getting messages, I don't want to do street approaches. I understand, you don't want to play the pickup artist. You don't want to act like that pushy that goes and approach women. And I also think, even though it's a good way to learn how to take steps outside of your comfort zone, it also feels a little bit unnatural. Now, imagine meeting women in a way that feels natural, that feels low pressure, that feels fun, and in a way that allows for attraction to grow over time. You get to know each other in real life, not just through a screen. What if you could meet quality women through your friends, for example, or through shared activities or new social opportunities, instead of relying on awkward cold approaches or swiping? In this training, I'm going to teach you how to use the power of social circles to meet women in the most authentic and effective way possible. You're going to learn how to tap into your existing networks, expand your social network, and create new opportunities to meet women in group settings. I'm going to break down why social circles are the best environment for real, deep attraction and connection to develop, and how you can use them to your advantage. You're going to get 5 actionable steps to help you become the man who is always in the social mix, growing into different directions, meeting new people, and letting attraction grow naturally at its own pace. Good day, guys. My name is Rink. I'm from the Netherlands, hence the Dutch accent. Since 2004, I've walked the path of self-development, and since 2009, I've been teaching, coaching, mentoring, creating seminars, webinars, and helping men transform their dating lives by showing them how to build and leverage social circles. So if you want to meet women in a way that feels easy, genuine, and actually works, this training is for you. Let me tell you about Chris. Chris is 33. He works in sales, and he used to think that meeting women meant going out alone and trying to impress strangers or force himself upon women that walked by. He would go to bars. He would try to start conversations. He would go over and tell them the things that PUAs tell him to do. Like, hey, I saw you standing here and I wanted to come and meet you. I think you look beautiful. Or doing that in bars, doing that on the streets, and often end up feeling awkward or rejected. But everything changed for him when he started focusing on his social circles, by reconnecting with old friends, by joining new social groups, by hosting meetups, by hosting gatherings. Now, Chris found himself surrounded by interesting people, including women that he actually wanted to date and aligned with. Over time, attraction grew naturally, and he realized that the best relationships start in social environments, and that they are built on real connection and shared experiences. And if you've ever felt like meeting women is a struggle for you, that attraction fades too quickly or that it doesn't happen at all, this training will show you how to create the kind of social life where real connection can grow. So it starts with step 1. And brother, write this down. Step 1, leverage your existing social networks. A lot of guys complain, I don't have a big enough network to meet women, or my friends are not the type to introduce me to anyone interesting. Look, many men underestimate the value of the connections that they already have, thinking that their current network is either too small or not cool enough to help them meet women. The truth is that every person you know, even though they might not seem like the cool person, that person you know is a gateway to new opportunities. Your friends, your current colleagues, and even your casual acquaintances all have their own social circles. And you never know who they might introduce you to. Believing that your network is too limited will only keep you isolated and stuck. I'll challenge you to see your existing network as a gold mine of potential, because every connection is a bridge to new people and new experiences. When you invest in your relationships, that's something that you should be doing anyways as a social being. Human beings are social, so invest in your relationships and let people know that you're open, that you're friendly, that you are social, that you are open to meeting new friends, that you're open to doing cool things, and you'll be surprised at how many doors will open. Social proof and trust are already built in. When you engage in social gatherings through other people, you now have social proof. And this makes introductions and new interactions much more natural and comfortable. What I would like for you to do is start by reconnecting with people that you haven't seen in a while. Reach out to old friends. Reach out to former classmates. Reach out to former colleagues. Suggest catching up over coffee. Suggest meeting up at a group event. Rekindle these connections, these social connections. You not only strengthen your network, but you also open doors to new social opportunities. For an example, one of my friends is quite a big name in network marketing. I constantly see him on the phone, talking to people he hasn't seen in a long while. He keeps in touch with everybody. That's what networkers do. So become a social networker. Be genuine, be open. You're just, hey, I remembered you. How are you doing? Chat for a while. Be social and focus on building or rebuilding those connections with everyone, even the new people that you meet. That will help you to let things unfold naturally. So that was the first step. Leverage your current social network. Even the people that you don't even think about right now. Even the people you forgot about and will remember. Now that when you go to sleep tonight, you're going to remember them. Tomorrow morning, you'll wake up and you're like, I forgot about that person. I forgot about her. I forgot about him. What happened to that person? Reach out. That's what you're going to do from now on. Step number 2, expand your social world by starting new activities. I hear a lot of guys saying things like, I'm too busy to try new things, or joining new groups or new social activities is awkward and I won't fit in. And this is how many men convince themselves that their routines are set in stone and that trying new activities is way too much of an effort. And they do that because it's much more comfortable to sit at home in your lonely bubble playing Xbox. The fear of being the outsider and not knowing anyone keeps them inside. So they stick to the same old patterns, the same old routines, and keep getting the same old results. If you keep doing what you're doing right now, you will keep getting what you're getting right now. And if you're not happy with what you're getting, you have to change your routines. The reality is that expanding your social world is one of the most powerful ways to meet new people. Amazing new people. And when you join a new group or just try out a new activity, you're not just meeting women, you're also building confidence. You're learning new skills. You're making your life way more interesting. You're now finally experiencing life. Most people in new groups are very open, are very welcoming, especially to those who show genuine interest and come in with positive energy. One of the main reasons I keep going to salsa events is because people are so friendly, charismatic, they're very welcoming. I'm going tonight again. It's fun, it keeps me busy, it helps me meeting new people, and it's a great skill to learn. So be creative. Think about what genuinely interests you. Something that interests me is a sport. I like to physically challenge myself, physically and mentally. That's why I'm turning 47 next Saturday. I'm still training kickboxing. I have a kickboxing school here in the Netherlands. I throw around iron. I love dancing salsa. I'm in a show team as well, do show team training. Why? Because I like to train hard and focus on the techniques behind the dance. I'm a bit of a nerd that way. But those are things that interest me. If I would go to new social environments, what I probably would do is on a Sunday join a running group. I see that popping up everywhere, especially on TikTok. There's a lot of Sunday running groups. You meet with 50 other people, men and women, that enjoy running to physically and mentally challenge themselves and keep fit. After the run, like for example here in The Hague, we have the sea, they have dunes everywhere. So they run through the dunes and then afterwards they stick around to have a tea and socialize a little bit. How cool is that? So for you, it might be a sport, some creative thing, volunteering, or, and this is also one of the things that I would like to do very soon, start networking, go to professional networking events to meet other business-minded people. Sign up for something that excites you and commit to showing up weekly. The more you participate, the more familiar faces you will see, and the easier it will become to build real connections over time. Give it some time. When you join new groups, just focus on being friendly, being open, being helpful. Don't make it about meeting women. Don't go, but I haven't met a woman yet. No, that's not why you're there. You're expanding your social group. You're walking a social path. Things will happen. Give it time. And let your genuine interest in the activity and in the people shine through. Because when it comes to women, women are drawn to men who are passionate, engaged, and comfortable in their own skin. By being an active participant, you will naturally become someone that other people want to know. There you go. It's simple. Keep it simple. Step number 3, become a social connector. Become a host. Too many guys sit on the sidelines saying things or thinking, I'm not the type to organize things. I'm not the type to be the center of attention. Or hosting something is way too much work. Nobody will show up. And that's how many men shy away from taking the lead socially, thinking that it's not their personality or that it's too much of a responsibility. And they worry about rejection or that their efforts will go unnoticed, which keeps them passive and on the sidelines, waiting for others to create opportunities. Now I want to challenge you and say, you know what? Expand your comfort zone and become a connector. Become a social connector. Become the guy creating opportunities for yourself and for others. You don't have to be the life of the party. Just be the guy who brings people together. When you take the initiative to organize gatherings, you automatically position yourself as a social leader and a social connector. This not only raises your social value, but it also gives you control over your social environment and who you spend your time with. Start small if you need to. Invite a few people. I remember years ago when I went to my first salsa classes, and that everybody in there was a little bit hesitant to go to actual salsa parties. Because that was, from going to the class to the actual party, it's a step you need to take. So what did I do? I put everybody in a WhatsApp group and I said, I'm going to this party on Saturday, who's joining me? Because I took the first step and people joined. There were 3 at first, and then it became 4, and then the next time it were 7, and then it grew. You have to start small if you need to, invite just a few, and encourage them to bring someone new. That's how you network. The goal is to create a relaxed, welcoming atmosphere where people can mingle, get to know each other. And as the host, you now have a natural reason to talk to everyone, to introduce people, to keep the energy positive and inclusive. Being a social connector is not about hosting events, That's not about just hosting things, and it's also about making introductions and helping other people to build connections. If you know that two people would get along, introduce them and introducing people to each other. When you help other people expand their networks, you will become someone that people will appreciate and will remember. And over time, your reputation as a social connector, as the guy who knows everyone, will grow. And you will find yourself at the center of a vibrant, alive social circle. It starts small, but you have to take the first step. Give it some time. At some point, a small step for you will bring in a lot of people. Step 4, let attraction grow. Too many men believe that they should make a move quickly, or if they don't do it quickly, the girl that they are interested in will lose her interest. A lot of guys also believe that attraction has to be instant or it is not real. So many men believe that if they don't act fast, they will miss their chance, or that the chemistry has to be immediate for a relationship to work. This leads to pressure, to awkwardness. You feel like a cat dancing around on hot coals trying to make things happen. In this way, you sabotage real connections before they can even start. The truth is, attraction needs time. We know this from science. Yes, I've been around pickup artists like the big names, and I've seen it. I've seen that first bit of lust growing really fast, and I've been there myself many times. But real, deep attraction with trust and connection takes time. It literally takes time. If you desire a relationship, give it time. Relationships and that deeper level of attraction grow over time. And social circles give you the perfect chance to show your true self over multiple interactions, building trust, letting chemistry develop naturally. This is how it used to be back to cave days. We now have that idea that came with the explosive growth of dating apps and social media. We have that swipe mentality. It has to be now. She has to like me now. Dude, it doesn't work that way. That's why a lot of men and women are walking around on the dating market completely lost, because they do not understand attraction. Deep, real, actual attraction takes time. You have to meet each other over a period of months, multiple interactions, slowly building trust, not only communicating by saying things, but also through body language. And again, I keep hammering down on guys for this. This is one of the main reasons why you want to be in a social setting. Women look at your social value, how her friends respond to you, how you respond to the world around you. Even when you're not speaking to her, you're sending out a lot of communication signals. Your body language, your facial mimicking, when things happen, that's how she gets to know you, the real you. Not because of a dating app and a profile. Just let chemistry develop naturally. When you take off the pressure and focus on enjoying the moment, you will create space for real attraction to grow. That's why, for an example, a lot of relationship starts at work. Why? Because people are inside a social environment for a longer period of time, getting to know each other, communicating a whole lot of signals to each other. A lot of cheating happens at work. Why? Because people are in a closed-off social environment where they can communicate signals back and forth in a longer period of time, and then things grow naturally. It happens. So take the pressure off yourself. Focus on building rapport. Focus on having fun. Focus on letting things unfold naturally. If there's mutual interest, you will both feel it. Yeah, and you'll have a solid foundation for something real. Yes, you can kickstart and speed up the process if you know how true pickup works. Something that we teach in, for an example, our elite mentorship program. Communication concepts, so that you can tweak your way of communicating and start communicating like a higher status man, which will speed up the attraction process. But you don't have to do that. You can also just be yourself, right? A lot of guys just want to be themselves. But real attraction takes time, and the more you invest in your social life and let connections grow organically, the more likely you are to meet women who are genuinely interested in you and for who you are. This approach not only leads to better relationships, but also makes the whole process way more enjoyable and stress-free. And that's my wish for you, so that you can go through the process stress-free. Step 5, nurture and sustain your social circle. Nurture and sustain your social circle. I've seen it happen a lot with a lot of guys. They have friends, but they forget to invest. They think like, once I build my social circle, I can lay back. My social circle is here now. Only to lose that social circle because they don't invest time and energy to nurture the social connections. And this is where a lot of guys go wrong. Some men think that once they've made a few connections, their work is done, or that having a huge network is the key to success. But understand this, neglecting your relationships or focusing only on numbers leads to shallow connections and missed opportunities for real growth. And this goes for your relationship with your lady as well. Because we have this mentality. I have a relationship now. Next goal, well, it's like if you buy a plant, you've invested buying a plant, but you don't water it, it will die. It's the same thing with a relationship. You need to water it. You need to take care of it. Building a powerful social circle is an ongoing process that requires care, attention, and the more you nurture your relationships, the stronger and the more rewarding your social life will become. Quality will beat quantity. Deep, meaningful connections are what create the best opportunities for real attraction and deep connection to grow. So I would like you to make it a habit to check in with your friends, to see what they're up to celebrate their successes, to support them during tough times, and be proactive about making plans and keeping your social calendar alive. The more you invest in your relationship, the more people will want to include you in their lives, and the more opportunities you will have to meet new women through your network. So don't forget to give back to your social circle. Offer help, share resources, help them connect. Look for ways to add value to other people's lives. When you're generous and supportive, people will remember you. And then they're more likely to invite you to events, to introduce you to new friends, to help you expand your network. There you go. So leverage your current social network. So to meet women in the most natural and effective ways. Very simple. 5 steps. You can do this. Leverage your existing networks. Expand your social world with new activities. Become a social connector and become a host. Let attraction grow over time. If you have leads in your funnel, 1, 2, or 3 will go through. If you have enough leads, nurture and sustain your social circles for the long term. You want to keep those social circles alive. These steps will help you create a vibrant social life where real connection and real attraction can grow, can bloom, can flourish. And every day that you neglect your social life or stick to the same old anti-social routine is a day you miss out on real opportunities for connection and attraction. There are men right now building amazing relationships with the women you would want to build a relationship with, simply by investing their time and energy and emotion in their social circles. So don't let your very small comfort zone or fear of new things hold you back. Take action. Take one small step every single day. If you keep doing that every day, it will compound, and within a year, you will have a blooming social life. And remember Chris, the guy that I talked about in the beginning, once he started focusing on his social circles, everything changed. He actually met the women that he genuinely liked. Why? Because he was in social environments that he genuinely wanted to be in, with women that wanted to be there as well, so they already connected. And that's how he built real connections. And that's also how he finally enjoyed the process of dating. If he can do it, so can you. If you are ready to meet women the right way, start by reaching out to your network, joining new groups, hosting your own gatherings. Practice these steps and share your progress. Share your progress in the comments. Subscribe for more. Like, share. Knock on the doors of our online community. You're more than welcome. We have weekly live trainings, community calls, mindset trainings, charisma trainings, attraction trainings, relationship trainings, the science of things. You're more than welcome. And understand that the best relationships start in the real world through real connections. So step it up. Jump up and down and then start investing in your social life and let attraction grow naturally. The world and the right woman are waiting for you to show up. Brother, with a lot of love, I will see you in the next training. Now get your ass out there and start building your social life.